Hello, FC Barcelona and La Liga. My name is Grace McGovern, and I am so excited to be here with you guys today to just kind of talk about what's going on and hopefully offer some of my conflict management services to you guys. I think that some of my ideas could be really helpful in navigating the current problems, and I think that you both could benefit very much. So I am just going to start off today by defining the conflict going on, just to make sure that we are all on the same page. So as we all know, FC Barcelona is the team of Catalonia, which is in the northeastern region of Spain. And we know that Catalonia has its own values, languages, and culture different from the rest of Spain. So after the Spanish Civil War, the rise of Francisco Franco, the dictator, and his death, FC Barcelona has become kind of a symbol of independence and autonomy, and just a really big deal for the people of Catalonia. And so, as we know, Catalonia has been threatening secession. There's been a push for that because it's so different than Spain wants to become its own country. And that brings up the issue to us of what do we do if Catalonia does in fact secede? What does that mean for FC Barcelona and how it interacts with La Liga? And so we know that the president of the Professional Football League, Javier Tebas, would say that if Catalonia does secede, that FC Barcelona cannot play in the league anymore. And so this brings up issues for both sides. And so I really do see the sides of each group. I don't think there's really a right or wrong here. And so I really do think it is important that we identify some of the underlying mutual interests, the things that both party has and that they both want to keep the same or change. And so a big motivator is that La Liga and FC Barcelona both want to maintain and even gain more commercial success and revenue and support for their respective organizations. And so each side, wants to keep making money. And a big part of this is the rivalry between FC Barcelona and Real Madrid. So that's a big mutual thing that can be beneficial to each side. Also, each organization wants to have power and control over their own organization and feel like they're in charge of it and they're really navigating the decisions that they're making. And so really we can see that each side does have more in common than we might think just by looking at it initially. So a big thing that's going to be very important when we're trying to figure everything out is the way that we communicate. And so each side has to really put in a lot of effort to deliver the best verbal and written communication while we're navigating this. And so when it comes to verbal communication, a big thing is just respect. We need to respect each other. We need to make sure that when the other side is talking, we are being open-minded. We need to make sure that we are giving positive acknowledgement back. So when someone is talking, to make sure we are nodding, we're saying, yes, I understand, I see where you're coming from, even if I don't agree, but just saying that we are really listening to the other side. When it comes to written communication, this can come in if there are any legal issues that come up. And so we need to make sure that any contract that is written is agreed on by both sides, is read and approved thoroughly, because that's going to be very important. Also, the best way to negotiate that, I think, is going to be with integrative bargaining. So a simple way to explain this is we want to find a win-win situation. We want to find something that is mutually beneficial to each side, something where each party, FC Barcelona and La Liga, can walk away feeling like they got something that they wanted. And so some ideas I came up with to help with this conflict: on one hand, let's say hypothetically Catalonia does secede. Maybe we could still continue to let FC Barcelona play in the league, but maybe some of their bigger matches, they have to give some of the income back to the Spanish government. Or say, they secede and they cannot be in the league anymore, but maybe they still get to do some of their biggest matches, such as the long-standing rivalry with Real Madrid, because this brings income to them, it brings support, and upholds long-standing tradition between each team. And this could just be really beneficial for each side, and that way, you know, everyone can keep making the money they want and bringing in support from all over the country for all of the teams, and keeping a community of people who love watching the sport interacting with it still. So of course we're going to have some factors and barriers that keep us from doing this, so I just wanted to acknowledge them. Obviously, as I mentioned earlier, Catalonia does have its own culture, so we need to make sure that everybody's being very respectful of their culture, of their language, of their ideals, because that's very important to them and is how a lot of this started in the first place. So we need to make sure we're being very respectful of that. And I think that also La Liga can kind of come off as, you know, way more powerful. So going into negotiation, we need to make sure that it is clear that La Liga is open to listening, open to negotiation, and they're just not going to shut down that everything FC Barcelona has to say, that they're really going to listen and do their best to find a compromise. So I've really enjoyed talking to you guys today. I hope that some of my thoughts and ideas have been useful, and I really hope to continue working with each party in the future. Have a great day.